How's it going, everybody? Throwing up a video here today. It's kind of like a looking back. I know I've seen people do these kind of videos. I figured that this is a good game series that came out this generation that I do it for, and it's the Uncharted series. I got the first two here. I don't have the third one anymore. I sold it to my friend, but you know, I just got done actually replaying both of these games. I just actually finished this one like 10 minutes ago, and I had beaten this like last week again. This is the one I got at a garage sale for $5. Decided to keep it. But yeah, I just want to do like a looking back. This series, and I did that, like I was going to do that top 10 games series, new game series this generation. This would have been number 2. Surprisingly, it wouldn't have been number 1. Number 1 is, for me, still not would have been, but it would have been on the list, but it actually is. The Assassin's Creed series is my favorite. I'll probably go in depth on that series at some point as well, but I love that series. That's my favorite series this generation. This is a close second. It's a great game. Right out of the way, this was annoying me again. I remembered going back and playing through the first one and the second again, because I played through the third one and then I never played it again. Like I sold it. But this series is incredible. I'm gonna just get the only negatives I have with this game out of the way now, and it's the fact that the enemies can be sponges at times. Like, they just soak up bullets like nobody's business. It doesn't matter if they're wearing body armor, or like in the first game it's just like the pirate guys who, like the dude with the shotgun or the guy who carries the magnum or whatever, like doesn't even have a shirt on, and you're plugging him like 3 or 4 times in the chest. It's a little ridiculous. Like, even the desert won't kill, the Desert 7, I think, won't kill guys in 2 shots sometimes. It's pretty ridiculous. You can get headshots, and that 9 out of 10 times is going to drop a guy, but occasionally they will take one in the head. And I'm not talking about when they're wearing a helmet and it knocks it off. Like, they don't even have a helmet on, and they'll take one in the face. Because sometimes you'll see their head peeking over, like the cover, and you blast them, you see the blood, but they're still standing. That actually gets really annoying, and they never actually even corrected that throughout the 3 games. They never decided to say, hey, listen, these guys suck at bullets. It wasn't as bad. I don't feel it was as bad in the third. It was just as bad in the second. But the first one, I guess it's kind of weird, because sometimes a guy will just drop in 2 shots, but then like most of the time it's like 5, 6. It's like ridiculous. And another thing they do in certain parts of the game, you'll run in the fucking scene, 6 guys will come at you, you'll lay waste to them. Another 3 will like either hop out of like a hole or you know, jump out of like a new area, and you'll kill them, and you're like, alright, I'm done. Nope, here come another 3. Boom, kill them. And they like to just throw endless guys at you, it feels like at some points, which is really annoying. You kill like 10 guys, and another 4 come, you kill them, and then like another 4 come. It's just like, come on, man. That, and another thing with this game that's weird to me is that, like, Drake's like against, like, I remember in the second game you do a stealth mission, there's guards, and he's like, we can't kill him, and the guy's like, I got a dart gun, sleeping darts or whatever. But you kill, like he kills dudes like all the time, like it's ridiculous. Over the course of the series he must kill way over 1,000 guys. It's like ridiculous. And the end guy at the end of the second one, the end boss, like says it too. He's like, how many guys, he's like, we're the same. He's like, how many guys did you kill just today? And it's true, like, it's weird. He tries to act like he doesn't. And this, I'm not talking about like guys who are just shooting at you and you're shooting back at them and killing them because they're trying to kill you. There's times when you get the stealth kills where he can knock the dude out, but most of the time he's just snapping their necks, throwing them off cliffs. You know, that was always weird. And there's always like, you know, like the second game when you meet up with Elena again. She's got the cameraman with him, and he gets shot, and eventually he gets killed. It's supposed to be like a serious moment, like right after he gets killed, like him and Elena are like making jokes. That was always a little weird to me. But either way, the stories are pretty good in the game, and the voice acting is like almost second to none in these games. It's great. The motion capture, great. All great. They all do it, the actors. Nolan North, great. The girl from Haven is Elena. That show Haven, if anyone's seen it. She was actually in this before Haven, but she's great. The guy who does Sully is great, and the other people who come what's her name from, I think she was in that show Lex, maybe, or one of those, Farscape, maybe. Farscape it was, Claudia Black. She does, oh, what's her name? I can't remember her name, but the other woman that comes in the second game and is in the third one, she's great. A couple other people too, the bad guys and stuff. All the guys are great. Can't believe Claudia? No, wait, that's her actual name. Zoe? No. I can't believe I just like played the second one last week. I can't remember her name. So I remember by the end of this You know, but that's really the only gripes I have with the game. It can get frustrating, but I mean, the shooting is good, even though it will take sometimes 10 bullets to kill a guy. The shooting's great. The cover mechanics are good. You know, the climbing is awesome in the game. You know what I liked about the first one as well? I'm going to say right now, after playing all three of them and going back to these two again, this is my favorite one. The first one is my favorite in the series. I almost kind of compare it to the new Batman series that Christopher Nolan did. Batman Begins, no one knew what you were going to get. You know, you didn't know coming in. You're like, all right, they're bringing Batman back, and it was awesome. Like, and you look back, and the second one came out, everybody's creaming their jeans over the second one. The Joker's awesome, blah blah blah, and it's a great movie. But they just like upped the ante, and it was more like fantastical or whatever you want to say. It was more over the top, more. It was bigger, you know. And then I saw the third one, the third Batman, and that was great too. And I was like, you know, as I'm seeing it in the theater, I'm like, this is the best one. And then I went back and watched Batman Begins again, and that was my favorite. Yo. Sorry about that, letting the cat out. But yeah, that was this first one's my first one. Just going back and playing it again, it just, you know, reaffirmed my stance on this game. It's awesome. Like, and people will say, oh, it's all in the same environment. It kind of isn't. You're on the boat twice, the beginning and the end. They're short parts, but you know, you're also inside the bunker area, which is like, you know, not the jungle. You're in the jungle a lot of the time. Yeah, but you go into the fortress part, the church part. You know, it is pretty varied. You know, this is just an awesome game. And the thing about it too, like in the second one, you know, climbing, and the third one, you like certain parts, well, they're yellow, so it's obvious you have to jump to that. You can climb up to that. And this one, I feel, was like, I guess, more organic. It was more like, it wasn't as obvious, but you could just tell you had to jump to it. But it wasn't like sticking out that you had to jump there. But this is definitely my favorite one. Like I said, the story's good. It's good. They have great replayability. The stories are all pretty. I mean, they're all about 8 to 10 hour games. But like I said, story is great. The voice acting is incredible. Like I said, I mean, the gunplay is good. I mean, it's fun. The thing I'll say about the second and third ones is they definitely, since you had more set pieces, there were definitely more oh shit moments in the second and third one. The third one has that cool part where you get drugged. And everything's like wavy and stuff. That was really cool, and it was like really cool when you're in the desert and stuff. And the plane part was incredible when you're freaking climbing up the thing, and then it explodes, and there's like a split second where you're like actually controlling him when he's like kind of like, you know, you're controlling him in the air for a second there. The second one has a lot of oh shit moments as well. The first one has a couple. Like I remember when I first played, you know, this one, and you blow away the Jeep, and it comes flying and crashes when you're on that little you're like on those rocks by the waterfall. That was awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'd say the second and third have more oh shit moments. This one has those annoying guys towards the end, and the second game has the Yeti dudes. The second one's definitely awesome. I mean, they're all awesome, but in my opinion, this one's the best. It's my favorite at least. But definitely more oh shit moments in 2 and 3. I never actually got into the multiplayer in 2 or 3, so I can't really comment on that. I watched videos and it looked really cool. But you know, just. It really is a great series. Like, it was pretty much, you know, like a Tomb Raider style game or an Indiana Jones style game, but just 10 times better. Just overall, just incredible. And you know what? And Drake looks the same in all three. Him and like Dead to Rights, Jack's look different over the 2 games. The same thing with Max Payne. His character's face looked different. They will do that in games, but he's the same. It's good that they had all the people and, you know, all of them. Great banter too between the people. Just good. Like it's very natural the way they talk to each other. It just feels like right. Like it's really good like that. Like I said, climbing from stuff is great, and sometimes stuff will fall down when you're climbing, so you gotta quickly jump to the next one. It will, you know, collapse. It's one of the best games of all time since Fox Weekly. They really are great games. Great exclusive series for the PlayStation. In my opinion, PlayStation has better exclusives now than the 360. 360 had a lot of great ones, and then about like right after Gears 3, and even slightly before that, the exclusives were like few and far between. Sony's still putting out some good ones. But yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't played any. Most people who have a PlayStation have probably played at least one of these games. They are all awesome. Actually, this one is really cool when you're jumping from truck to truck later in the game. That was a really cool moment as well. You know, you got exploding barrels and stuff, and there is some puzzles in each game. And this first one, there's not many puzzles, and the second one, there's more. But they're pretty lighthearted puzzles. They're not like brain teasers. You have your little Drake's journal where you can look through Nathan Drake's journal, where you can look through and you get hints from it and stuff. really cool though. And overall, it's an incredible series though. I can't get over this one. This one is just, I don't know, I love this one. There's treasures to find as well throughout the game. They will light, you can see them like sparkling or whatever, lighting up. And there's 60 in the first, and there's like 100, I think, in the second. And there might even be more than that in the third. I can't remember. It's cool finding them. It gives you a little more, it makes you explore the environment. All the environments are awesome in all the games. And this one, they're incredible looking. Obviously, they're like possibly the best looking games this generation. And even this one, this came out in 2007, it still looks awesome. I mean, this one looks better, the 2 and 3 look better, but not by much, and this one still looks great. Just good stuff, man, you know. You can blind fire behind cover. There's a decent amount of weapons. All the weapons are pretty much the same throughout all of them. I don't think there's not a rocket launcher in the first one. Rocket launcher, there's rocket launchers in the second. The third one's cool because you play, you'll play as young Drake and stuff, and you like when him and Sully met, which is cool as well. I gotta go back and either borrow it from my friend or get it from Greenfall. I just pick it up again and just go through it again. I think it goes for me in order 1, 2, 3 and my favorites, but they're all so close. I mean, they're just incredible. Pick them up if you haven't played them by chance. just good stuff all around. And the climbing's so good. I mean, sometimes too, he'll make like, sometimes you can't like make a certain jump, but there's parts in the game when he needs to jump far, he'll jump like 20 feet. It's pretty ridiculous. But not many gripes with this game. I mentioned them earlier, but you know, it doesn't take away from the game. It may annoy you from time to time, but it doesn't really take away from the game. Third one also has the cool part of the ship when it starts to sink, which is really cool. Like I said, second and third up the ante, so they were that bigger in scale, more, you know, blockbuster types compared to this one. But this one, man, I don't know. Just playing it again, I was just loving it. I was really loving it. Definitely good stuff. If you have not played these games, check them out. And thanks for checking this video out, and have a good day.